Happy New Year and welcome back to Fat Loss Audit, the show where I break down your full days of eating to see how else we can make simple changes for long-term results on your weight loss journeys. Happy New Year. I hope you guys are going to just absolutely crush it 2024. Don't let it just be a temporary thing. Let's dive into this year head first, but also make sure we do it the right way and with sustainable changes using food swaps. Got some cool stuff coming this year. I can't wait to show you guys. Let's dive in to this full day of eating. So today we have Jay, and he gives us a couple bullet points to work with. So first we got some basic stats. Jay's 19 years old. His goal is to get thinner and lose weight because his waistline is about 43 inches and he wants to drop 10 inches off of his waistline all the way down to 33. 10 inches off your waist does seem like a pretty steep change, but it is absolutely doable. Just know that largely is dictated by genetics. He also notes that he's not allergic to anything, but he is a picky eater and doesn't have a lot of time to cook, so he prefers something quick and easy. So let's dive into this actual full day of eating and find different food swaps to make this better. He says, a normal full day of eating for me is normally Cheerios in the morning with 2% milk or a donut, either chocolate or glazed. So that's breakfast, either cereal with 2% milk or a donut. Looks like lunch, he's just kind of eating whatever's available to him. I'm not sure if he's at home or maybe he's in school, but he's got enchiladas, mixed pupusas, marble cheese quesadillas, lots of cheese, lots of Mexican foods, lots of beans. And he said he is willing to eat anything if you have a good recipe. So it looks like lunch and dinner are just kind of scrounging around for whatever is available. Now, a pretty stark contrast from where we were last episode where we literally broke down a full bodybuilder's full day of eating. Jay seems like he's looking for some serious direction and looking for also some convenience and some basic recipes to follow. So let's dive into this and make some changes. One thing I want to get out of the way, like from the jump, is there's a big misconception around Mexican food or Latin American food that it has to be unhealthy or it's impossible to lose weight while eating something like that. But there is a ton of really phenomenal recipes and overall just easy ways to lose weight while eating Mexican food regularly. And the one thing that I'm seeing here that's jumping out of me on the entirety of his full day of eating is a lack of protein overall. Mexican food can be a great option for weight loss, but like I said, we need to add more protein to this. So going for something like ground beef tacos or seasoning up some chicken and throwing it in different things like pairing it with salsa or guacamole, something along those lines to add more meat to the equation that will allow you to stay fuller longer. It's also going to help you build muscle and change your overall body composition if you are training regularly. I know you said you were a picky eater, but finding a protein source that fits really well for you, like chicken in the cheese quesadillas or adding ground beef into your enchiladas, anything along those lines will help push not only your overall muscle gain and body composition forward in the right direction, it's also going to help keep you full and prevent you from overeating later into the day. And there's also some other food swaps that you can make yourself, like going for a lower carb, low calorie tortilla. There are carb smart tortillas that I would highly recommend, not because carbs are the enemy, just because they're lower in calorie. And also another very easy swap for stuff like this is fat-free or reduced fat cheese. Take some of the calories away from each serving size, and if you're melting it, it's going to taste about the same anyway. There are good and bad sides to a lot of the food swap foods that I recommend, and fat-free cheese definitely has some cons to it because when it's by itself, it kind of doesn't have very much flavor. But a major pro is that when it's melted, it tastes very similar, if not identical, to normal cheese. In a lot of these foods, you're going to have melted cheese anyway, so switching to fat-free is going to not only increase the protein, but decrease the calories, which is exactly what we're going to be looking to do here. An easy swap I could see you making is going for a Greek yogurt and pairing that with cereal as opposed to just doing cereal with milk. Again, just increasing that protein amount, and luckily with Greek yogurt there's no prep time. Buy it and eat it. The Greek yogurt in the mornings pairing it with cereal is one of my favorite food swaps and food pairings of all time, and something I ate 100 billion times on my weight loss journey. I shit you not. So by adding some Greek yogurt and pairing it with that cereal so it still feels like you're eating your normal food, or at least somewhat similar, it's going to allow you to stick to this more long term. And if you go to Walmart or Meijer or Kroger or Publix, you can find some great cheap single serving cup yogurts or the big tubs of yogurt, either one. I've worked with a ton of picky eaters in my coaching as well, and honestly, it's just finding one or two things that people really love to stick to and then just riding that wave for as long as you can. Maybe you're not a big fan of ground beef, go for chicken. Maybe you're not in for chicken, try pork or different things like that. Just mix and match until you find something you know you're going to like, and then just allow yourself to get creative with it. Something that most people don't realize is that most humans eat the same 5 to 6 foods on a regular basis. So once you can make those handful of foods something that are a little bit lower in calorie and higher in protein, like adding a little bit bit more chicken or beef and a little bit more yogurt. It's going to increase the protein and decrease the calories and definitely push you forward on a successful weight loss journey. So by making these changes, you're going to be moving definitely in the right direction towards dropping that waistline like you're trying to, not worrying about being a picky eater because we're not making any crazy drastic changes, and it's going to be quick and easy. The changes I recommend are not going to take that long. The easiest way to cook chicken, by the way, season it, throw it in the oven for 40 minutes. Pull it out, boom. You got perfect chicken breast or chicken thighs, however you want to cook them. And just like that, there's another episode of Fat Loss Food Audit. If you would like to be featured in this series, the email is at the top of this description of this video. Send me a basic outline of a full day of eating with as much detail as you possibly can, and then give me a basic background of who you are as a person, age, occupation, and goals. I've got some fun stuff coming in the works on YouTube. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Have a great new year, and if you need any extra help, coaching link is also available in the bio. Even though I've got like very limited spots left, if it's still open, give it a shot. With that being said, let's make it a great year. Keep it simple, big fella.